So we're looking at a Caly 3 sprint run in super blue blade steel. Anyways, I'm going to take this probably a little over 1/4 inch fiber rope. I'm guessing Sisal Manila or something like that. And do some cuts with the Caly to see what kind of edge retention it has. I've done this test with a bunch of other knives, and just to see how it holds out cutting this rope, and then I'm going to do some slices into the phone book paper. Now, right now the knife is shaving sharp and hair whittling sharp, so it's got a high polish, high sharpness to it. And I'm going to test it out, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm back here. Now, I took this knife and did 400 cuts into this over 1/4 inch fiber rope, which I found some sand in it too, by the way. Here's the birch hardwood cutting surface here. So 400 cuts, and I stopped. I could still keep on going on. This rope has been dragged through gravel and sand and stuff, so there's some sand in there too. And then I'll just put this thing down here, and hopefully I'm in camera frame. So anyways, so I stopped not because the knife was too dull to cut. It does a nice job on this fiber rope. In fact, I only used a portion of the cutting edge, about a 1 inch portion of the cutting edge, so this back stuff is the way it started. Oops. And it didn't seem very sharp there, but it's push cutting sharp at the back. So I did both. I did mostly slicing cuts. Hopefully I'm in frame there. So 400 cuts through sandy fiber hemp rope, and I could keep going. It still slices phone book paper. Of course, still push cuts phone book paper in the place where the blade was being used to cut. And still won't shave, of course, but it grabs your fingernails. I'll grab a piece of wood. So anyways, the edge still slices and carves wood nicely. Exactly where I've been cutting with it. If I go to the back, it's just really sharp, but even the front. So that's really good performance. 400 cuts into the fiber rope, and it's still oops, bloody wind. Still slices nicely through the phone book paper. Oops. Tearing this stuff. But as you can see, that's pretty impressive now. Let's pick this back up here. So I've done this test with D2 S30V. Did a little testing on some of my homemade knives. OS 8, I test it from SOG. Bucks 420 high carbon, which actually does pretty good. So yeah, I wish I had a hands-free tripod set up so I can put this device down and actually show you. The cutting was super comfortable. It's a really good cutting knife, really good slicer and push cutter. And really, it was very comfortable. There's all sorts of positions you can cut with. You can grip her back here. You can use the choil. All sorts of options with this knife. It's really quite comfy in all these different positions. So it was kind of a pleasure to use it. So anyways, what kind of edge do I have left on this? Well, you saw it easily slices phone book paper after 400 cuts. And now granted, there's a bit of, you can see a bit of light showing. And it no longer shaves, but when you drag your fingernail over it, you don't feel any chips or rolling or anything like that, because the steel, of course, is something like 61.5 or between 60 and 62 HRC, probably around 61.5, somewhere around there. Or at least I've seen other ones that were, well, I'm not sure what the hardness of this is, actually. That might have been a Super Blue Mule from Spyderco. So this may be around 61, 62. Maybe they pushed it higher. But no rolling, no folding, no chipping. And I have a, I would probably guess a 15-degree bevel and then a 20-degree micro bevel. Those things, those figures could be off by a couple degrees because I used a Lansky setup to do that. Probably had a 2000 grit ceramic finish on it, so it was really sharp. It was whittling hairs. Anyway, so you could still use this edge. A lot of people would consider that pretty sharp, actually. It still grabs your fingernail. It still wants to bite into your skin. And I wish I could put this device down and show you, but here's the back end where I didn't do the cutting. It's, of course, pushed cutting sharp. I don't know if I could do that with the front end. And so almost did it. So after 400 slices, that's pretty amazing performance. I think this steel would do good with both a high polish finish and low angles, low edge angles. And I think it would also do good with a coarse finish. It's got lots of tungsten in it, so it'll be, you can make this thing have a lot of bite. I gotta add that with this high polish finish, it really cut through the rope nicely. Nice aggressive cutting. I felt the forces increase maybe around the 80th cut, and then it kind of leveled out, I guess, as the tungsten carbides and stuff like that kind of came into the picture. So really great steel. I think it works great in high polish or a toothy finish. Toothy finish probably would have just demolished this rope even more. But so really interesting, good steel. It's kind of nice to know that you can put a high polish finish on it or a toothy edge. So, and it seems to have good edge stability and really excellent edge retention. It's right up there with, I can't compare it directly to Benchmade D2 or Spyderco S30V because I used a bigger rope. But it's probably a little bit higher than those, I would guess. So excellent stuff. So I'm going to go back and sharpen this. I mean, I could use this for another month if my only tasks are cutting cardboard or food prep or stuff like that. Cutting cardboard boxes or cutting rope or whatever your EDC tasks are. You can still use this for a good long time. Slice apples, stuff like that. So really nice knife from Spyderco, Super Blue blade steel, one of my more exotic blade steels. So yeah, I hope I'm not missing anything, forgetting anything. So anyways, this Jack's here from the lake, screwing around with the Spyderco Caly 3. Anyways, thanks for watching.